Does doing something crazy at a bachelor party count as cheating? My fiancé said it was just a game. Before the story begins, thank you for clicking on it. This is the story of a bride who lost herself right before her wedding. Promise me, when you reach the end, you'll be glad you stayed. The night before our wedding, at his bachelor party, my fiancé Mike lost a drinking game to his girl bro, Chloe. As a punishment, he unhooked Chloe's bra and, under the loud cheers of the crowd, buried his head in her chest. I stared in disbelief. He just shrugged and said, "It's just a punishment for losing. Chloe and I grew up together, we don't care about stuff like this." Later, I lost a round too. I pulled a friend over, ready to kiss him, when Mike suddenly panicked and rushed over to stop me. I said calmly, "It's a game. Why are you so worked up?" Mike grabbed my wrist, yanked me away from my friend, and shouted, his voice cracking from panic, "Are you crazy? What are you doing?" I looked at him coldly. "Playing the game. Didn't you say you don't care?" My friend froze. I thought your boyfriend agreed." "I do not agree," Mike roared. I raised an eyebrow. "Then why were you able to unhook Chloe's bra and bury your head in her chest? Memory problems?" Chloe jumped in, completely self-righteous. "That's a rule we've had since we were kids. You can't compare that." I stared at her and almost laughed. "Oh, something you've been playing since childhood? So that's what your childhood was like?" The crowd burst into laughter. Someone even whistled. Mike's face flushed red. "It's not what you think. It was just a dare." "Exactly." I nodded. "And I was just taking my dare." "You can't," he shouted. "Why?" I looked straight at him. "Because you can be intimate with your girl bro but I can't touch a friend? Because your boundaries are called freedom, but my boundaries are called loyalty?" Mike froze, lips trembling. The people around us began whispering. Chloe suddenly grabbed Mike's arm. "Why are you stopping her? If she doesn't respect herself, it's her own fault." I smiled. "Oh, says the woman who stripped half naked at a bachelor party and calls that self-respect?" Chloe's face turned all kinds of red and blue. Mike panicked. "Don't talk about her like that. She didn't do anything wrong." I nodded. "You're right. She's not the one who's wrong. I am." Mike frowned. "You know what you did wrong?" My voice turned soft, so soft the entire room went silent. "My mistake was thinking you could be my husband." Mike froze. He opened his mouth, but I'd already lifted my dress and walked past him, past the people, straight toward the exit. No one dared speak, but I heard Chloe yelling behind me, "Mike, go after her," and Mike's frantic footsteps. I didn't look back, because at that moment, I finally realized, more shocking than seeing him and Chloe touch like lovers, was realizing he believed he could walk all over my boundaries without consequences. And I finally stopped letting him. I had just stepped out onto the hotel stairs when the night breeze brushed across my face, like a silent reminder. Behind me, hurried footsteps echoed. "Wait, babe, wait!" Mike caught up to me and grabbed my arm, almost tripping from how fast he ran. I shook him off. "Don't touch me, please. Just listen." He was so panicked he could barely breathe. "I didn't mean it. I was drunk. I lost control. I didn't know what I was doing." I let out a cold laugh. "But you were drunk just enough to remember how to unhook Chloe's bra?" He froze, opening and closing his mouth like a fish. Then suddenly, thud, he dropped to his knees. The hotel security and a few passers-by actually gasped. Mike looked up at me, terrified. "Please don't be mad. You know I talk big but I'm soft-hearted. I just got carried away." I barely touched her for a few seconds. I stared at him. "You sure?" "Yeah. I only had my head there for like 3 seconds," he said, patting his chest like a guarantee. I stared at him for exactly 3 seconds. He realized something was off. "No, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean that. I mean, what exactly do you want me to believe?" I asked. Mike's voice shook. "I was just drunk. You can't ruin our wedding because I made a stupid mistake. We spent a year planning this. Everyone knows you're marrying me. If you walk away now, where am I supposed to put my face?" The air turned ice cold. I stared at him. "So you're worried about your reputation?" Mike blinked, confused, thinking he made perfect sense. "Well, yeah. If you run out like this, people will say we fought. They'll say you're dramatic. They'll say I cut him off." "Mike, I'm not an appliance you can fix when it breaks. I'm a person." "I know you're a person," he said desperately. "You're my wife." I actually laughed. "And your expectations for your wife are, you can cuddle your girl bro, but I can't touch a friend. You can drink and lose control, but I have to be a saint who forgives you?" Mike turned red. Well, why did you try to kiss someone else? You can't treat me like that. But you can treat me that way, right? I asked. That's different, he shouted. My voice dropped into ice. Oh, how is it different? Enlighten me, Mike stuttered. Chloe and I don't have feelings. We grew up together, we're just used to being close, so you're used to taking each other's clothes off? I asked. A couple of people nearby actually snorted and laughed. Mike's face turned ghostly. No, you're twisting my words. I'm not twisting anything. I looked him straight in the eyes. I'm finally seeing you clearly. Mike stayed kneeling. Voice hoarse. Babe, I know I messed up. I'll never play those games with Chloe again. I swear. I'll block her right now if you want. Why don't you block her now? I asked. He blinked. My phone's inside. I didn't bring it out. I almost laughed. He wasn't even prepared to lie properly. Mike grew more frantic. Please don't do this. The wedding is tomorrow. If you leave now, everyone will blame you. I looked at him for a long moment, and then I understood he wasn't kneeling for me. He wasn't even kneeling for our relationship. He was kneeling for the perfect wedding, for his pride, for his social circle, for how it would look if the bride walked away. I asked softly, Mike, have you ever thought about the possibility that I don't care about any of that anymore? He froze, like I had punched him in the chest. I turned to leave, but just then, the hotel doors slammed open behind us. A shrill voice rang out, Mike, what the hell are you doing? How can you kneel for her? I didn't have to see her face to know. Chloe. She stormed down the steps, and, shockingly, gave me a triumphant little smirk. Then she crouched down and grabbed Mike's arm. If you kneel to her now, how are you supposed to show your face in the future? Mike trembled. Chloe. Stop. I watched the scene, and all I felt was exhaustion. A ridiculous, cheap soap opera, acting itself out in front of a hotel lobby. Just as I was about to walk away for good, the door behind them opened again. A man stepped out, coat billowing in the night breeze. Noah, Mike's cousin. The only person in that entire family with a functioning brain, and the last one I expected to see. He took one look at Mike kneeling and his brows tightened sharply. What are you doing? His voice was low, cold, like winter wind. Mike flinched at the sound of Noah's voice. Noah, listen to me. I can explain. Noah lifted a hand, signaling him to shut up. Then he turned to me, and his tone immediately shifted, becoming carefully controlled. Are you all right? Before I could answer, Chloe jumped in. Of course she's not all right. She ran out on purpose to make Mike chase her. She's just playing victim. Noah looked at her. Just one look. Chloe instantly shut her mouth like someone had grabbed her throat. Noah continued, voice calm but edged with steel, since everyone is already out here, it's time we clear some things up. Mike panicked. No, Noah. That's not necessary. We can handle it ourselves. Shut up. It was the first time I heard Noah speak to him with such hard authority. Mike swallowed his words. Noah took a breath, then spoke slowly, as if weighing every syllable. What you saw tonight wasn't the first time something like this happened. The air froze. Chloe's face drained of color. What are you talking about? Noah ignored her. They weren't drunk, and it wasn't playing too hard. Tonight was planned in advance. I blinked. What do you mean by planned? Noah's gaze sharpened as he stared at Mike, each word cutting like a blade. They agreed on this punishment game beforehand. They wanted to hype up the atmosphere. They wanted people to think their closeness was normal. I felt my breath catch. Chloe snapped, voice cracking. Noah, stop lying. You weren't even. I'm lying? Noah finally turned to her. Do you think I didn't hear your conversation in the hallway? Chloe looked like lightning had struck her. You eavesdropped? I didn't eavesdrop, Noah said coldly. You two were yelling. My head buzzed. Noah continued, each word like a hammer. Chloe said that if they created a little ambiguity at the party, everyone would think they were just childhood friends who were used to being physically close. That you wouldn't take it seriously. Chloe shook her head violently. No, I never. And Noah said, cutting her off, you also said you wanted to push the bride away and cancel the wedding. Mike's jaw dropped. He turned to Chloe like she'd grown horns. You said that? Chloe, are you insane? Chloe choked on a sob. No. He's twisting everything. Noah just hates me. He's jealous of how close we are. Noah let out a short, cold laugh. Jealous? Why would I be jealous? Because you want to be the bride? Silence. Absolute, crushing silence. Chloe broke. Tears spilled down her cheeks as she collapsed to the ground. Her voice shook violently. I just thought she wasn't right for you. You and I grew up together. I thought you would choose me." The world around us seemed to stop. Mike's face went from confused to horrified to terrified. You like me? Chloe, why didn't you ever say anything?" Chloe sobbed harder and reached for his arm. And in that moment, I suddenly felt something inside me go quiet. All this chaos. All this drama. Behind it were layers of manipulation I had never imagined. Noah looked at me, voice steady. "I'm not telling you this to make you pity him. I'm telling you so you know the truth." I nodded faintly. "Thank you." Noah tilted his head. "What do you want to do now?" I looked at Mike, at the mess he had allowed. The mess he'd participated in. The mess he didn't even understand. Then I smiled. "What else can I do?" I lifted the shawl on my shoulders and stepped forward. "Of course, I'm canceling the wedding." Mike jerked to his feet like he'd been electrocuted. "No!" Chloe screamed too. "You can't do that. The wedding is tomorrow. If you ruin it, Mike won't be able to lift his head for the rest of his life." I stopped, turned back, and smiled gently, like offering a blessing. "Well then, I hope the two of you enjoy spending the rest of your lives with your heads down." The air outside the hotel was freezing, but my heart felt even colder. I started walking, and no one could stop me. I had barely taken 2 steps when Noah's voice came from behind. "I'll drive you." I paused, but didn't turn around. "I can get back myself." Noah walked up beside me, his tone steady, like he was stating a fact. "Not making an offer, it's 1 a.m. There are more drunk people than sober ones out here. And in that dress. You're not getting a cab." I glanced at the street. He was right. Before I could answer, Mike suddenly shouted behind us, "Baby, you can't go with Noah. He's trying to break us up. He likes you, he's liked you since the first time you came to our house." Noah's expression twitched, like he'd just been struck by lightning. I stared at Mike. "Can you not spout nonsense at a time like this?" "I'm not spouting nonsense," Mike shouted. "He's had feelings for you forever. I saw it. He wants you. He's saying all this just to steal you." Noah grabbed Mike by the collar, dragging him 2 steps back. "You say one more word, and you won't be walking out of here tonight." Mike finally shut up. It was the first time I'd ever seen Noah that angry. He turned back to me quickly, the coldness in his eyes replaced with restraint. "He's drunk. Don't listen to him." I nodded. Honestly, I didn't care whether Noah liked me or not. I just wanted to leave this ridiculous place. "Let's go," I said. Noah nodded slightly, took off his coat, and draped it around my shoulders. I blinked. "You don't have to, you're cold," he said simply. Just 3 words, but somehow they eased the tightness in my chest. We walked to his car in silence. Under the lights, he opened the door for me, quiet, controlled, completely respectful. When the engine started, I finally exhaled. Streetlights slid backward outside the window. Noah's driving was steady, his presence calm, unexpectedly comforting. After a long silence, he spoke. "I'm sorry." I turned to look at him. He kept his eyes on the road. "I should have told you about them sooner. You shouldn't have learned the truth the night before your wedding." I gave a tired smile. "At least I learned in time." Noah tapped the steering wheel lightly, hesitating. After a few seconds, he said, "There's actually one more thing you should know." My chest tightened a little. "What is it?" Noah glanced at me, then back at the road. "You think Chloe just wanted to push you away from the wedding?" "No." He paused, voice dropping lower. "What she really wanted was to destroy your reputation tonight." My throat tightened. "What do you mean?" Noah's jaw clenched, as if the words disgusted him. "She planned to get you drunk. Really drunk." Then what?" I asked quietly. Noah almost growled the answer. "Then she arranged people to take photos, videos, to make you look like you cheated." My stomach dropped. "So you're saying tonight's plan had 2 layers?" "Yes." Noah's voice was like ice. Mike only knew about the first layer. I closed my eyes. A sick chill spread through me. He continued, "When you walked out early, the second plan failed. That's why Chloe panicked." I didn't speak for a long time. This wasn't just betrayal, it was cruelty, calculation, humiliation. Noah looked at the road, then said softly, "I'm taking you somewhere safe." I frowned. "Where?" His fingers tapped the steering wheel again, almost unconsciously. "My place." I stiffened. "That's not really appropriate." "It's fine." His tone was calm. "I won't cross any lines." He paused, then added, "Anne, I have something to show you." I turned toward him. What is it? Noah's expression darkened, but his voice stayed steady. Something that will make you give up on Mike completely. The car sped up slightly, headlights slicing through the night. Noah's car stopped smoothly in front of his house. The night was quiet. Warm lights glowed in the yard, illuminating the clean, organized path leading to the door, a sharp contrast to the chaos we had just left. I stepped out of the car, about to speak, but then we heard running footsteps, and a furious shout, "You two stop right there." I froze. Mike? Noah's expression turned instantly cold. He followed us. Seconds later, Mike stumbled into the light, face flushed, eyes bloodshot, looking half-crazed. The moment he saw Noah and me standing together, his expression exploded. You actually came to his house? What are you two doing here? Are you? Noah's voice cut through his hysteria like a blade. Say another word. I dare you. Mike didn't hear him. He only saw me. Baby. How could you? I'm your fiancé. This was all a misunderstanding. You can't just run off with my cousin. Are you two planning to? He choked and screamed. Are you cheating on me before we even get married? I couldn't help laughing. Mike, we're not even married yet. How can I cheat on you? Noah added flatly, especially since she just cancelled the wedding. You seem to forget that. Mike paled, but in the next second, something snapped inside him. He lunged at Noah, fist raised. You're the problem. You've always been the problem. You've wanted to ruin things for me since we were kids. Now you want to steal my fiancé too? Why do you always go against me? Before he could finish, smack. Noah caught his fist midair, twisted lightly, and Mike dropped to his knees, yelping in pain. Cool down, Noah said calmly, too calmly. But Mike was beyond reason. You just want to ruin my life. You want to take everything from me. You think you're better than me. Noah's patience finally cracked. He let go, stepped back, and looked down at Mike, eyes colder than winter steel. You want to know why I interfere? Mike froze. Noah answered slowly, each word sharp enough to cut bone, because I refuse to watch you destroy an innocent woman. The air went silent, and then, a gentle, clear voice came from inside the house. Noah? Are you home? We all turned. A woman walked toward us, wearing soft loungewear, holding a ceramic cup like she'd just finished warm milk. Her presence was calm, elegant, gentle. She paused when she saw the three of us, and when I saw her face, my entire body stiffened. Mike's pupils blew wide open. Mom? Silence crashed down over us. Noah spoke with complete composure. I brought her here to show her something. You were drunk, and I didn't want her going home alone. Mike stuttered like his brain was malfunctioning. Why is she at your house? Mom, why are you living here? You two, are you living together? Noah pinched the bridge of his nose. What is wrong with your brain? His mother sighed softly and set down her mug. Mike, calm down. Mike could not calm down. Mom, you divorced Dad 2 years ago. Are you telling me you're with Noah now? Even Noah looked horrified at the accusation. Before either of them could react, slap. Noah's mother hit Mike across the face, hard and clean. Mike froze. Stunned. She glared at him, anger flashing through her calm demeanor. Have you forgotten why I moved here? Why I left your father? Mike blinked rapidly. What? Noah's voice was ice. Your father cheated. 3 times. My breath hitched. Noah's mother continued, and the third woman he cheated with was Chloe's mother. The entire world stopped. Mike's face contorted into something unrecognizable. I finally understood why Noah said he had something to show me. Because Mike's family was far more chaotic than I ever imagined. Noah's car stopped smoothly in front of his house. The night was quiet. Warm lights glowed in the yard, illuminating the clean, organized path leading to the door, a sharp contrast to the chaos we had just left. I stepped out of the car, about to speak, but then we heard running footsteps, and a furious shout, "You two stop right there." I froze. Mike? Noah's expression turned instantly cold. He followed us. Seconds later, Mike stumbled into the light, face flushed, eyes bloodshot, looking half-crazed. The moment he saw Noah and me standing together, his expression exploded. You actually came to his house? What are you two doing here? Are you? Noah's voice cut through his hysteria like a blade. Say another word. I dare you. Mike didn't hear him. He only saw me. Baby. How could you? I'm your fiancé. This was all a misunderstanding. You can't just run off with my cousin. Are you two planning to? He choked and screamed. Are you cheating on me before we even get married? I couldn't help laughing. Mike, we're not even married yet. How can I cheat on you? Noah added flatly, especially since she just cancelled the wedding. You seem to forget that. Mike paled, but in the next second, something snapped inside him. He lunged at Noah, fist raised. You're the problem. You've always been the problem. You've wanted to ruin things for me since we were kids. Now you want to steal my fiancé too? Why do you always go against me? Before he could finish, smack. Noah caught his fist midair, twisted lightly, and Mike dropped to his knees, yelping in pain. Cool down, Noah said calmly, too calmly. But Mike was beyond reason. You just want to ruin my life. You want to take everything from me. You think you're better than me. Noah's patience finally cracked. He let go, stepped back, and looked down at Mike, eyes colder than winter steel. You want to know why I interfere? Mike froze. Noah answered slowly, each word sharp enough to cut bone, because I refuse to watch you destroy an innocent woman. The air went silent, and then, a gentle, clear voice came from inside the house. Noah? Are you home? We all turned. A woman walked toward us, wearing soft loungewear, holding a ceramic cup like she'd just finished warm milk. Her presence was calm, elegant, gentle. She paused when she saw the three of us, and when I saw her face, my entire body stiffened. Mike's pupils blew wide open. Mom? Silence crashed down over us. Noah spoke with complete composure. I brought her here to show her something. You were drunk, and I didn't want her going home alone. Mike stuttered like his brain was malfunctioning. Why is she at your house? Mom, why are you living here? You two, are you living together? Noah pinched the bridge of his nose. What is wrong with your brain? His mother sighed softly and set down her mug. Mike, calm down. Mike could not calm down. Mom, you divorced Dad 2 years ago. Are you telling me you're with Noah now? Even Noah looked horrified at the accusation. Before either of them could react, slap. Noah's mother hit Mike across the face, hard and clean. Mike froze. Stunned. She glared at him, anger flashing through her calm demeanor. Have you forgotten why I moved here? Why I left your father? Mike blinked rapidly. What? Noah's voice was ice. Your father cheated. 3 times. My breath hitched. Noah's mother continued, and the third woman he cheated with was Chloe's mother. The entire world stopped. Mike's face contorted into something unrecognizable. I finally understood why Noah said he had something to show me. Because Mike's family was far more chaotic than I ever imagined. Noah walked me downstairs. By then, Mike had been helped onto the living room sofa by his mother. He looked like a hollowed-out statue, eyes unfocused, tears streaming silently. When he saw me about to leave, he struggled to stand. Baby, I stopped. Didn't turn. Didn't step closer. Just said calmly, Mike, we're over. His voice cracked with a painful sob. Then what am I supposed to do? I have nothing left. A sad smile tugged at my lips. Now you finally understand what it felt like every time you ignored me. He froze and completely fell apart. Noah opened the front door. The moment I stepped through, I felt it, all the chaos, lies, shouting, humiliation, pain. I left all of it behind me in that house. The night breeze hit my face. For the first time, I felt free. Noah stood at the door, not stepping out, not pressing me, not anything. He simply asked in a low voice, where are you going? I can drive you. I shook my head. I want to walk for a bit. He nodded softly and draped his coat over my shoulders again. Don't force yourself, he said. It's cold. He didn't confess anything, didn't ask for anything, didn't even hint at wanting something from me, and his restraint felt more like respect than any words could offer. I whispered, thank you, Noah. His gaze was steady, warm beneath all his calmness. If one day you're tired, or you need somewhere to breathe, remember there's always a light on here. Something warm flickered briefly in my chest, but I still smiled and stepped back. Right now, I want to learn how to walk alone. Noah didn't argue. He simply said, then I'll walk you to the corner. So we walked, side by side, on the quiet night road. No talking, but the silence wasn't uncomfortable. At the corner, I stopped. This is good. Noah stood there, watching me for a moment. He didn't deserve you. I nodded. I know, but you deserve someone better. His voice held no pressure, no arrogance, only certainty. My throat tightened unexpectedly. Noah, will we see each other again? He breathed out slowly, a faint smile touching his lips. If you want to see me, we will. If you don't, I won't disturb you. A small laugh escaped me. You're so much more mature than Mike. He shook his head slightly. That's not maturity, he said quietly. It's knowing what respect looks like. I pulled off his coat and tried to hand it back to him. Thank you for walking with me tonight. He didn't take it. Keep it, he said. I blinked. Why? His smile was soft, steady. Consider it a fresh start. I hugged the coat to my chest. For some reason, it felt warmer than the night air. Not romance, not dependence, just being acknowledged, being seen. I turned and began walking away. The night was deep, but the streetlights were bright. Behind me, Noah called out, "Hey." I turned. He stood under the streetlight, tall, composed, quietly strong. If one day, he paused, choosing his words with unusual care. You ever want to begin a relationship where you are truly cherished, I'll be here. I stared at him for a few seconds, then gave a small nod, and kept walking. My steps steady, my heart steadier. For the first time, I wasn't walking out of something wrong, I was walking toward a more complete version of myself. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any thoughts about this story, feel free to share them in the comments section. Here is Roses and Love, sharing stories about marriage and women every day. See you tomorrow.